I'm going to begin, Liam, just by saying, I mean, this film is just pure entertainment. It's one of those films that it's not trying to give some political message. It's not trying to tell us anything. It's just unrelenting kind of action thriller. I mean, it must be so great every now and then to just get involved in a movie like this, which is just giving audiences so much to just sit back and enjoy.
Oh, well, thank you. That's how I would describe the film too. You know, it's not superhero time. You know, it's nobody flying around the universe and stuff. And not to knock those films, I think they're wonderful, but it's rooted in a kind of reality, and I think Jaume Collet-Serra, our director, this is our fourth collaboration together. He really knows how to crank up the tension, and kind of keep you on the edge of your seat, you know. And it's a good popcorn thriller.
And I mean, because obviously there's quite a lot of big sort of heavy action sequences as well, where you're sort of fighting a lot. But I mean, was this shot quite soon after Silence? Because obviously you had to lose quite a lot of weight for Silence. Was there then a kind of rush to try and bulk up a little bit to get to sort of be in shape to make this quite soon afterwards?
You know, you made me think. I think I did Silence after the Commuter. Oh. Did I? Flip. I'd have to check my diary. Yeah, I dropped a certain amount of weight for Silence. Yeah, we Mr. Scorsese wanted us all to drop weight, to look a bit more lean and haggard.
Of course, in this movie, you're playing a kind of regular commuter, and I'm just wondering, do you sort of miss that? Do you just miss those days when you could just get on a bus or just walk down the street and not have to worry about wearing shades or a hat and being stopped? That just kind of freedom that just comes with just not being stopped, just being.
Sometimes it's funny because I was on jury duty in New York a couple of years ago, and I took the underground, the tube, which is very close to where I live, right down to the courthouse every morning, and it was terrific because nobody bothers you. It's New York, nobody gives a damn, you know.
Because also, I mean, an actor's job in some ways is to observe people.
Sure.
I mean, does it become harder in some ways to observe people when people aren't necessarily always themselves around you because of the fact you're famous?
No, that's a good point. You can still do it. Yeah. Certainly when my kids were younger and taking them to the park and stuff, it was easier to do because you're sitting there watching them and you're sitting with other parents and stuff, observing them and stuff, you know. It depends on where you are, you know. But if people do recognize you and stuff, then you're right, they tend to behave differently.
And just very quickly before I go, I'm just wondering about how you travel. I mean, are you an aisle or window seat?
Aisle. I like being on the aisle.
And do you read a book or do you listen to music?
I would read a book.
And tea or coffee?
Decaf tea.
And just very fine, if there's a movie selection, planes, trains and automobiles or aeroplane?
Planes, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think planes.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for your time today.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey